The top 10 takeaways from Evan Smith's Skateboarding is Forever video part are the following. Hello, and thank you for joining another episode of Dumb Data, where we break down the numbers so you don't have to. In this breakdown, we'll take a look at 10 noteworthy callouts from starheadbody's earlier work, but nonetheless impressive DC video part from 2010. What's up Evan's sleeve in this 3.5 minute video part? Let's take a look and dive into the data. Number 10, the situation.
I want to make you love the situation.
Evan Smith skates unlike most other skaters, if any, but I mean that in the best way possible. Evan's been an actual SOTY contender at least one time that I could find, but unbelievably hasn't snagged that title yet, even though I'm guessing he, like many of his peers at that level, probably doesn't care too much about the accolade. This part we're looking at is one of, if not the oldest DC part he put together over a decade ago. Number 9, the trick breakdown. 57 tricks are featured, made up of 12 categories, including ledges, stairs, walls, gaps, and transition. Ledges make up 35% of all the tricks Evan performs, followed by 12 transition tricks and 6 flat ground tricks. Just under half of the tricks are single shots of a single trick. 3 of the tricks are combos of multiple tricks connected through manuals, and the remaining 26 are tricks from one of his 9 lines. Number 8, the lines. 2 of Evan's 9 lines feature 4 tricks, while the remaining 7 lines are comprised of 3 tricks or less. The first of the 2 lines with 4 tricks includes a beautifully executed high-speed tray flip on flat to start, followed by a powerful push to maintain velocity on the tile surface before the backside tail slide to fakie. Then Evan treats us to some symmetry with a switch tray on flat with 1 switch push to the line's finale, a fakie board slide to backside 180 out. While I'm biased to favor this line, his last line of the video also features 4 tricks that combine to be his best of the whole part yet, mainly because of the final switch backside heel Suski grind ledge trick. Number 7. Ledges. Whether he intended to or not, ledges are featured most prominently in Evan's part with 20 total. Apart from some fundamentals in his line, Evan breaks the mold on what you'd typically see from a ledge trick, but we'll dive deeper into that in a little bit. I did want to point out that there are 3 ledge tricks here that are combos of a slide to a grind and even a slide to a wall ride. Number 6, transition. I'll be honest, I wasn't as in tune with skateboarding in the late 2000s as I am now, but when I did skate back in the early 2000s, it was pretty rare to see a street part mixed with any type of transition. Evan is a boss street skater, but he's also shit up on transition. He's really doing some heavy stuff here, and I would argue his backside 360 is the magnum opus of the transition tricks in this part. Number 5, flat ground. With video parts from highly skilled skaters, we're only going to see a flat ground trick in a line, or as a celebration after a banger single trick. Evan does 3 of the 4 trays, only excluding fakie, which is the easiest of the 4. Apart from the trays, Evan flicks his way through a nollie frontside heel flip and a fakie kickflip. There is a beastly hard flip Evan throws across a sizable distance over a curb, which is why I promoted this trick from flat ground to a gap trick. Number 4. Evan's unconventional trick selection. As we've seen so far in his diverse portfolio of trick categories, the unique nature of Evan's tricks become even more eclectic the further you drill down. The very first trick is a backside boneless to disaster, but the part as a whole is mainly street. I think Evan's so good that an industry standard backside Smith down a 10 rail is just a formality for him. The first ledge trick Evan does is a backside lip to switch crook, which is not something you really see, especially over 10 years ago. What would you even call the third ledge trick Evan does? A frontside 180 switch wheelie grind? We can't forget about this backside blunt to nose grind combo. That's just the ledge tricks. Evan does a backside and a frontside wall ride, the latter being extremely precarious with the mailbox and tightly quartered brick slab that he has to navigate. As if that weren't enough, Evan also lets us know that he can get tech gnar on a and whips out a nollie heel backside nose slide to nollie flip out down a 4 flat 4 hubba. Number 3. Style. Style's usually the characteristic in a skater that earns admiration, even more so than with skill level. Luckily for Evan, his style keeps up with and potentially even outshines the difficulty level of his tricks. He goes fast, and he lands his tricks with authority and with full commitment. The mastery we're seeing in this part will blossom Evan further into who we know today as one of the most influential skaters of his era. Number 2. The hardest trick. His ender is a huge frontside flip over a dangerously placed rail/loading dock gap that starts with a crusty approach. I wouldn't really call that the hardest trick though. The thumbnail of his part is the backside 180 crook, which might be up there as one of the trickiest in this vid. But it's not easy to pick the hardest trick from Evan's part here, because there's so many, and a lot of them are so rare. For me, I'm going to pick the 2 wall rides as the hardest tricks. I don't even know if frontside is harder than backside, but wall rides downstairs are tricks that were only possible in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater growing up. And here we are over a decade later with archived evidence of Evan proving it's possible. Number 1. What lies ahead? Evan's latest Uma Landsleds part is the most recent showcase of what starheadbodies evolved into over the years. Kickflip wall rides on straight glass, 540s, and frontside flip late shoves are only a few examples that verify who we're dealing with. I'd be lying if I said Evan Smith wasn't one of my top 10 favorite skaters. Hell, probably even top 5 at this point. Well, that pretty much covers the top 10 takeaways from Evan Smith's Skateboarding is Forever video part. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Dumb Data, click the notification bell to stay on top of new episodes, and drop a like if you enjoyed this breakdown. See you on the next Dumb episode.